Torah portion Shoftim, we have possibly the most important verse relating to the current political situation in Israel and in fact political history since forever and always, and that is Som Tasim Alecha Melech, in the event that you shall put upon yourselves a king. And the question is, what is God trying to tell us here about Jewish governance? And it's interesting because half the commentators, across the board throughout Jewish history and geographies, basically say, look, the way this has been phrased by God, it's God, God is saying, this is a commandment, this is a mitzvah, you need to do this. But there's the other half that say, no, the way this is written, it's as if God is saying, this balagan, this mess of called Jewish Israeli politics, I'm leaving to you. Meaning my, the sort of contract or covenant between the individual and God is private, and that's not the business of the state. Rather, there is if you want to have a state and you want to have a king like other nations, then that's something that you can choose to do. But one of, I think, the most fascinating commentaries is of the Kli Yakar Rabbi Ephraim Lonshitz, who actually says it's a commandment, and he says it's one of the most complicated issues. He says it's a real mess, this whole issue, and he says, to his mind, the reason you need a king and it's a commandment is because when you have the right king, right, small caveat, when you have the right king and you fear that king or respect that king in a blood and flesh sort of way, it's the closest you can get to sort of it emulates the way we should respect and fear God. So thoughts on Shoftim, but it really is a Torah portion worth reading, especially these verses, very relevant for today. Shabbat Shalom.